Yo, YouTube, what's up? Today I'm gonna do a video about religion, Jesus, God. Well, y'all call Jesus God, so I guess, or the Lord, whatever. All that shit is the same. But, well, God and Lord ain't the same, but it come from the same bullshit. So, the reason why I'm doing this video, and I ain't doing this video to, disrespect nobody or nothing or whatever, but I'm just tired of the bullshit. And I'm tired of people trying to push their shit on other people. Even though they used to be from a religion and they not no more, that person should see that that's their choice and live on with their life. But no, people steady want to push. So, I'm gonna make this video. And I guess a lot of people already know pretty much about Jesus and God and who they really is and what they really stand for. I'm gonna just do a little refresher course. If you don't mind, I'm gonna do a little refresh. Just in case some people that didn't catch the other brothers and sisters that made the videos may catch this one. First, I want to say Judaism was the first religion, and then when Judaism, I guess, was on its way out, then the Prophet Muhammad was born. And then that saved the Judaism. I think he saved him like 2 times or something. And then Muslim took over. And then it was like Muslim for a minute. Everybody was Muslims. And then when Ptolemy conquered Africa, that's when Serapis came in. Serapis. The image that Ptolemy had built behind him. And everything I say, you could look this up and Google this stuff and it will pop right up. So like I was saying, yeah, Ptolemy came in and he invaded Africa and he had the indentured servitude workers. Put it like that, the indentured workers. There ain't no black person, there's no damn slave. I'm not gonna even go there with no narrative of no black person in no land, no country, no nothing. We was all indentured workers. It was wars, we got caught, and that's what it was. But anyway, so yeah, indentured workers, and he had them build that statue. It was in the likeness of him. That's where they get that Jesus shit from. It was in the likeness of him. But when you go back and you look at Serapis, they tell you Serapis is everything that Jesus was. Jesus is. I'm sorry. Serapis was everything that Jesus is. Serapis was a virgin, a born virgin. He was a good shepherd. He was a good Samaritan. He was a healer. You know what I'm saying? So, for a lot of y'all Christians, y'all need to really, really look into your religion, man, and stop going around hollering Jesus this and Jesus that and being so adamant about who you worshiping when you don't even know who you worshiping. On some real talk. Y'all don't even know y'all worshiping a damn statue. A man. Really, actually, because that likeness was built in the man favor. It wasn't built in no divine, holy Savior. That was built in his image. Ptolemy Soter. Look his name up too. Ptolemy Soter. Yeah. So he had them African indentured workers build that statue and start worshiping. They started worshiping. Because, you know, black people all over the world was natural. They was worshiping nature. You know, they wasn't messing with no statues or nothing like that. It was just all nature. But then when this man Ptolemy came and he created that statue, then they start worshiping this statue. So everybody in the world was worshiping this statue, but I mean, not in the world, but in that part over there in Europe and Africa and all that. Not over here in America, but over there, Europe, Africa, Asia, all that over there. All them countries. 'Cause they was close. But, yeah, they was worshiping Serapis in Africa, and then they was worshiping, they was calling him Jesus in another part. So you had two different names, which Jesus came after Serapis. Because, you know, they didn't have J's back then like that. And then, so, somehow, the people in another part of the land start calling him Jesus. They made a J. So, Constantine and the Council of Nicaea felt that because J was a new letter, that they just went on ahead with the Jesus word and scratched out the Serapis name. They went with the Jesus name and scrapped the Serapis name. Because they said it was too confusing. It was too much confusion. It was too much BS. So, the man Hardin wrote a letter to the Constantine, to the council, and told them that bishops got to call him Serapis when they really call him Jesus and they part of the land, and they got to be forced to call him Serapis when they go to Africa, and you know, and I guess it was disrespectful to them. But this is what I feel, because if you name Serapis first, then that's your name first, then nobody should come along and change it. That's what I don't understand. How is this a divine person and everybody changing his name? Because at the end of the day, his name should stay what it is. I don't care if it's something we can't pronounce. We got to learn how to pronounce it. If he didn't give us something that we could pronounce in our own language. That's just like when you go to other countries, you learn how to pronounce them names. You don't change them names up to fit your speech pattern. No, you learn how to say that name. So at the end of the day, you can't tell me and give me a plausible excuse on why they changed his name from Serapis to Jesus, even though he was fake all the way around. He was a statue. He was built in the likeness of another man, Ptolemy Soter was a man. He wasn't no divine nothing. He was a man, flesh and blood like me and you. So yeah, he built that statue, and then in 325, that's when Hardin wrote the letter to Constantine and the Council of Nicaea, and they decided in 325 that from that day forward that they was gonna call him Jesus. They was just gonna scrap the name because Ptolemy died. So they scrapped the name Serapis, and they came up with the Jesus word. The Jesus name. And so, you know, at that time, everybody was worshiping different gods. Like I say, the melanated or indigenous people of that land worshiped nature. So you had different things you was worshiping. The wind. So I guess you would say the wind creator, the creator of the birds, the creator of the sun. I mean, like, you had different things you worship, and you gave homage to them different things. But they didn't like that. They said they couldn't control the world like that. They wanted control. And they had to get control through religion because everything was just all over the place. Everything was all over the place. So that's when they decided, okay, yeah, we gonna change the name from Serapis to Jesus. Bam! It is what it is. There it is right there. So they went for it, and then they started calling Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And they got around, evidently, as you see, because everybody in the world calling him Jesus now. Nobody ain't calling him Serapis no more. And then they made a creed. They made a creed. And the crazy part is, Joe Willis say that creed to this day. Not the whole thing, but they say, I think like the first part. They got a creed. That's crazy, because if it's a divine religion, you shouldn't have to have no creed or nothing. Everything should come divine. Right? I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying. If it's divine, you shouldn't have to make no creed up. And the crazy part is, they say the creed, they stipulate things like one God in heaven that created the heaven and the earth, and one Lord, Jesus Christ, and he was begat, he wasn't made. That's another thing, beget and made. Look that word beget up. When you read that creed in its entirety, look the word beget up. Because if a person was born, you shouldn't have to say that. You shouldn't have to say that. If he was here on this earth walking around, you shouldn't have to say that. You shouldn't have to say he was beget, not made. Why would you do that? See, right there is a foul up. But see, we so much of docile people, to my black people, we so much of a docile people that we don't even look at the words. We just see them, read them, and then that's it. But it's telling you right there that they made Serapis or Jesus up. God is even made up. God is even made up. Yeah, they made God up. Yeah. And I believe they got all that from that son and the father. That came from Constantine and his daddy. That's the image. That's they image behind the father and the son. Ptolemy was just behind Serapis, which later was turned and named Jesus. But I believe that Constantine and his father was behind the father and the son. And that's where y'all get the father and the son from. See, they making all this stuff up, man. They made all this stuff up. And if you do research and stop being so stubborn and just so docile and just taking a word for every damn thing. Okay, I know how you was raised. You was raised one way. I was raised one way too. My husband was raised one way too. But we changed because we know that it's better for us at the end of the day to know what's the truth. And know that we down here in hell, because all that shit about going to hell and purgatory, no, you already in hell and purgatory. That's what I'm saying. At the end of Tales from the Crib, Tales from the Hood, Tales in the Hood, when that mortuary, and he said, "Welcome to hell." They was in hell the whole time in that mortuary, and they didn't even know. And that's just like down here on this earth. We in hell on this earth, but we don't know. A lot of us don't know. Just like Tupac said, we in hell. We living in hell. A lot of people tell you that this is hell, and then some people take it as a joke, but no, we really living in hell. Who's going to be happy in hell but the most evilest ones? It ain't no such thing as no devil. It ain't no such thing as no demons. It's a such thing as evil spirits. Yeah, evil spirits. You got spirits. And sometimes I don't even think it's spirits. I just think it's just the person, they self, they very soul that's evil and demented and all twisted. But yeah, getting back to Ptolemy. Now, this salvation word, look up soteriology. That's how they're right. Soteriology. Ptolemy. Soteriology. Yeah, look that up. That's the study of salvation. And y'all here sitting up here talking about Jesus' salvation, Jesus this, Jesus saved, Jesus the way, Jesus salvation, Jesus salvation. And it ain't even got nothing to do with Jesus. Soteriology. That's what it got something to do with. The study of salvation. And like a lot of other brothers and sisters said that make these videos, why wouldn't they name after Jesus? Why didn't they have nothing after Jesus? No statues, no coins, no paintings, no postcard, no nothing. But they want you to believe, and that's the thing, that's the key word too, believe. You wouldn't have to believe if you seen a motherfucker or you know the motherfucker was walking on this earth, then you will know for a fact that this motherfucker was here. But since you don't know and you wasn't back then, they want you to believe, so they pass that down through the lines of generations, believe. So now you don't do nothing but believe. Instead of doing your due diligence and doing your study and saying, who the hell is this Jesus character? Because when Jews, they believe in the Old Testament. And then you got the Christians that believe in the New Testament. The Old Testament is hard. The New Testament is soft. And then you got the Quran. And they say some of that stuff, the New Testament came from the Quran. Well, hell, I guess the Old Testament too. I guess all that stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, all that stuff is the same. All the religions is the same. You fooling yourself thinking they are any different. If you do your research and study, you will see that they all the same. Christians only came because the Jews was dying off, and then a lot of people weren't feeling the Jews, so they decided to make that Christian sector of the religion. So the Christian sector of religion is soft. So everybody was more accepting to the Christian because it was softer than the Jewish. But Jews and Christians the same. Muslims too. They all the same. That's why they all the top religions. You don't trip off of that? They all the same. All they did was just went in and twisted some words up. But they all still the same. That's what I'm saying. Judaism they was first, but they was on the brink of oblivion. They was finna not be here no more. That's why I'm talking about this English language in another video too. Because these words, it might sound like a person don't know how to talk, but these words, this English language ain't even for the melanated black people. So don't feel bad when you stumble over these words, or you can't pronounce some of these words, or you can't spell some. So what? This shit ain't even for us anyway, to be learning like that. But anyway, like I was saying, Judaism was on its way out. It was going to get wiped out. They had a war with the Muslims. They were about to wipe them out. And then they saved them. And then after that, then the Muslims and the Christians came, and now Judaism is not the first religion no more. Christianity is. And then it's like, and then it's sometimes in some lists they switch it up. Then it be Judaism. Then it be, I mean, like, you just know that the first main religions is Christians, Muslims, and Jews, Judaism, and they all the same. There's nothing different. Just twisted up some words. That's all. Twisted up some damn words. So, yeah, they made that creed. They made that creed, then you got the Gregorian calendar. The calendar that we know today is made around they bullshit. It ain't even no real calendar. They talking about changing it. That's how you know it ain't real. But the crazy part is, after Constantine and the Council of Nicaea did all that, Jesus and one God and all that, then you had this black dude named Arius. He came and he was like, "Nah, y'all tripping." Telling the people, y'all tripping. Y'all know this shit fake. Come on, man. Y'all built this shit. For real. Y'all tripping. That's why y'all confused. That's why it's all this arguing and shit today. Because they got this bullshit ass gods. These bullshit ass Greek gods. That's all Serapis, and Jesus is a Greek made up god. Greco gods. Greco-Egypt gods. Go look it up. Greco-Egypt god. You think all that shit don't got nothing? All that shit is together. You just have to put it together. Just read it. Just study it. Because it all goes together. The calendar. It might not make no sense, but it do. Once you put it together and put it in your mind. Because how I'm saying it, it might not come to you like that. It might come to you better if you study it and see it for yourself. But long as I'm helping plant that seed and get you started, then you good. Long as you let that seed grow and find out that these motherfuckers been lying, they made up the calendar. Ptolemy started all this stuff with Serapis. But Judaism started everything though. Started all these religions. And then you had the Muslims, now today you got the Christians. They the babies. Christians is the babies. Because you had the Jews and the Muslims first, and then Christians came and they was the babies. So, yeah, just do your due diligence and stop listening to these people tell you who to worship and who your God is and this and that and the other, when actually they got you worshiping the devil. Not the devil, because the devil don't even exist. They got you worshiping a statue. A man that was walking, breathing, bleeding, just like you. They got you worshiping him. And then the image of God, they got Constantine Daddy, and then they changed the image of the sun from Ptolemy to Constantine. You know what I'm saying? Read. You will know what's going on. So, yeah, that's all I really pretty much wanted to say. Just stop pushing your religion when y'all don't even know what's going on about your religion, and then you push it on somebody, and then that person tell you what's going on and what's, you know what I'm saying, what's the real, and then you get mad and don't want to talk to them no more, and then, you know what I'm saying, then that's that. And then you still stuck on that same bullshit. So that's why I'm saying to black people, stop being stubborn. I don't care how old you is. I don't give a fuck if you 90 years old. Stop being stuck on the bullshit. Stop worshiping this fake-ass person that's not coming back. Stop worshiping these people, man. Because that's what you worshiping, people. You ain't worshiping nothing divine from the heavens. You worshiping people. Jesus and Serapis was a man, built in the image of a man walking on this earth, just like me and you. The God image and the now today that we know as son image was two men. Two men. And they came with the Father and the Son. You know what I'm saying, man? You need to stop believing this stuff, man. Stop arguing with people. Start opening your mind up. Think out the box. And like my husband said, it ain't for all black people, because it ain't saving all black people. But it's for the ones that's going to get this message and going to take it and run with it. And do their due diligence with it. I ain't trying to say all the black people I was, but my husband told me I can't. So, you know, I just shoot for one or two. Fuck it. Maybe it's some, because it ain't for everybody. You know, and I come to a realization it ain't for all black people. Because all black people not going to be able to take this knowledge and use it. Some of them going to go crazy. I mean, literally, you will go crazy with this shit. I thought my husband was playing at first. I ain't go crazy, but shit. Just knowing different stuff from what I'm used to and accustomed to learning, it fucked me up. This Jesus shit fucked me up. Because then I'm like, who am I supposed to worship now? Like, who gonna save us? But it ain't about who gonna save us. It's about you saving yourself at the end of the day. You and a group of other motherfuckers with like-minded, with minds like yours. With minds like yours. Y'all the ones can save each other. Ain't nobody finna come from no sky and do none of that. We down here by ourselves. So we got to do this by ourselves with a group of people that's like-minded, that think like us. I mean, all the way, not just some things is cool and then they think, no. We need people around us that think like, we going to argue, we going to disagree, of course. But for the most part, our shit is the same. So, yeah, that's all I want to talk about. Just do your due diligence. Stop forcing your religion and your beliefs on somebody else, because that's all it is a belief. It's nothing more. It's not going to manifest to nothing else. It's going to stay as a belief, and that's all it is. And they know it. It's not going to manifest to nothing else but a belief. It's not going to manifest to nobody coming from no heavens doing nothing for you. All you doing is sitting in them churches, in them kingdom halls, and in them Mason temples, and in them Catholic churches. Because, oh yeah, that's another thing. Christians need to know where y'all come from, because y'all is Catholics. Straight up. You can get mad at me all you want. Yeah, you a part of the people that's been on the TV for all that stuff they've been doing. Because y'all been doing it too. So ain't no separation in there. It's just y'all black and they white, or and it is, you got some white Christians that ain't Catholic. That's ain't in the Catholic Church. But the mother church is the Catholic Church. You know, I try to tell some Christians that, like, you know, the mother of y'all is Catholics. Like, y'all are Catholics. That's just like a game. You start a big gang and then you branch off with little sub gangs. That's all it is. That's all Judaism did. They the main, and then they broke it down and got little sub religions. So now you got these Roman Catholics, Christian, and then you got the other kind of Christians. That's just, I guess, Christian, but they still Catholics, and then they all still Judah. They then